could just see us before you leave tonight so that we can get that information corrected. Each of the papers are just a tad bit different, but for the most part, everything is done similar at each of the 3 middle schools. It just depends on your climate and culture. All the band students will meet 3 to 4 times per week, and they meet by what instrument they play. So if you're a woodwind instrument, you're going to be a flute, a clarinet, an oboe, or a bassoon. If you're a brass player, you're going to be a trumpet, trombone, baritone euphonium, or tuba. And then the percussion is the bells and the snare. So your schedule may have something on there that says like 6 brass, or it might say 6B or P. That's what that stands for. That means that you're going to have a smaller class. The rest of the classes are full band classes where we meet all together. And I know some of the band classes are going to be rather large. We have some kids that are like 77 in one of the bands. So that's a lot of students. So what's really nice is we have 3 classes that meet during noon hour and 1 that meets before school. This before school class is mandatory, and it's very important that your child attends because it's based on your instrument in a smaller section. It gives us a chance to meet with your children and maybe take the flutes and work in one area, the clarinets in another area, and it allows us to give them more individualized attention. So that class is mandatory. So we hope that what you'll try to do is, as your students get braces and all those wonderful doctor's appointments and things, we could try to avoid missing the morning class. It's a 50-minute class period. We get a lot accomplished at that class, and you don't want to miss out. You'll be behind. The noon hour classes are only a half an hour. Band is a year class, and it is got requirements just like everything else. It's graded. We're going to have papers that go home with students that they have to sign and bring back. They'll have some theory pages, and they'll have some assignments that they'll do on smart music that will be explained later. And so it's really just, it's a participation class, so it should be an easy A as long as your child stays up with everything, and it's just a lot of fun to participate in a group and produce a product like we do. I want to make sure I said it. Yes. Carpooling. In August, we'll be sending through Charms, through an email, a list of all the students that are playing what instrument, so that if you want to set up carpools and you can ride with other people in your neighborhood to get to school. So we'll get you that information. Also, we did our tour today, and I know most of the other schools are doing their tours to the elementary schools where the jazz band and the chorus and orchestra play. You can do 2 music groups in middle school. So if your child is interested in doing chorus as well, we think that is an awesome experience. It actually helps your child to play better because they learn to hear the pitches, sing the pitches, and it helps them to play their instrument. So we do allow students to do both band and choir. I believe I've covered everything. Mr. Wojtek.
If you could turn in your packet, please, to the gold-colored sheet. This is our technology page. We're incorporating technology more and more into our band department. Charms Office Assistant, which is the first thing on that page, is an online database that we use to manage all of our student information. So that's the program that generated the label up on the top of your packet, where you've got name, phone number, address. Our primary means of communication with you will be through email, so please make sure that those email addresses are correct so that we can get to you. Also, you're welcome to go in there and add any other family members that you would like that would want to receive communications from us. So if we have mom and stepdad or dad and stepmom, all of those emails can be in. Or if grandma and grandpa want to know what we're doing in the band, you can enter in as many adult contacts as you would like. So Mr. Pompey is going to walk you through charmsoffice.com. This special student or school code is Centerville Band, all one word, caps don't matter. And then the password will be your child's school student ID number. Now once he hits enter, you're going to see a whole bunch of icons pop up. The only thing that we need you to worry about is the little blue man on the bottom, the update info. As I said, this program tracks our kids all the way through the high school. So the high school band uses this for their library, they use it to sign out their instruments, their band uniforms, when they need boosters for, or volunteers for a different band booster event. So you're going to see lots of different icons on there. We're only worried about the update info. So this will take you to your page, and most of this should already be in there. This was entered from the school database and imported into Charms. But that was just the primary contact information on the child. So we do not have necessarily parent name or parent cell phone. Over on the right, you can see the different groups. All of your children should be tagged in either Tower, Watts, or Magzig 5th, and that will eventually become 6th grade band. We'll tag them in different groups depending. For example, we all have a jazz ensemble. So all of the jazz ensemble kids at the middle school have 2 tags. They're in their band, they're in their jazz ensemble. So that's how we can set and communicate just to the 6th grade parents, 7th grade parents, etc. We talked about adding adults. Mr. Pompey, would you mind going to add adults?
One more thing on this page, just be sure you put in your cell phone and your cell carrier, because we will text you like last minute important things. Like sometimes if we're late from a field trip, we can text you and say, hey, we'll be 15 minutes late, we get stuff waiting at the school.
This past fall, we always have the 8th grade band play with the high school band at a football game. And the Friday night we chose, we came here, we were warming up, and then a monsoon happened outside. There was no way we could have that activity outside. We were able to text all the parents, and we had the 8th grade band and the high school band play together in the gym before the football game, and then dismissed them a little bit earlier than we had planned. And so we were able to send a text out to the parents to let them know, don't go to the stadium, please come up to the gym and hear the performance. And then, so we didn't have to worry about parents coming at 10 o'clock at the end of the football game and wondering where their child was. So that's primarily the use of the texting. So the add adults, this is where you can put in anybody that you would like, that would like to receive our communications. Mr. Pompey is very creative with his emails. So band students or new band students, 5th graders, you have your first band homework assignment. We want you to log on to Charms sometime in the next couple of days and just update your account. Make sure that everything we have for you is accurate. Fitting night. Is there anybody here that has not gone through instrument fitting night? Is there anybody here that doesn't know exactly what we're going to play yet? Have you picked an instrument? Did you come to fitting night at Watts? They did. Okay, so we just need to make a decision. Excellent. We had a few people here on Tuesday that had not been fitted for an instrument. Fitting night was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed watching the kids try those instruments for the first time. It's kind of magical when you have the right kid with the right instruments. Their hands just kind of seem to know where to go, or their mouth just makes the exact right shape for that mouthpiece and they get a good sound. You'll see sometimes even the smallest little kid with a tuba making a huge sound or something like that. It's amazing. Balance. As we're picking those instruments, we might have been kind of guiding your choices. It's important that we try to set the band with a certain number of instruments for the size of the group. If we had a band that was all trumpets and drummers with a flute or a clarinet, that's not going to be a very good sounding group. So if you're wondering why we're kind of trying to guide the choice, that's why. We want to get the correct instrumentation so the group can sound as good as possible. Mrs. Reynolds, is there anything after the fitting night, is there anything that you could use in your 6th grade band, one instrument or another?
We could use some flutes. We only have 4 flutes.
Okay.
We have like 20 clarinets, so it would be nice to have some flutes.
Magzig?
We're pretty good at maxing. We probably have a few too many oboes, which is a strange problem.
Tower Heights, I could use trombones, and I could also use a flute or 2. So if you haven't decided yet, maybe we can help you make that decision. I think we don't have anybody that was fitting night. So specific. I think we're good. Mr. Pompey, should we show them smart music?
Sure.
Awesome. Absolutely. I don't know if it's going to reach that far, actually.
Elena, can you come back here? Don't turn it off. So people joining us on the internet are going to get nauseous right now because we're filming this. Going up on YouTube for anybody that missed it. So Smart Music is a really cool program, and if you came in early, you saw one of our students, Michael, he was demonstrating it. It's a great program because it gives you immediate feedback on how you're playing. So what I'd like to do is just demonstrate it again, and you just put it on me for a second. Why don't you put the camera right back here and I can look at the screen. That'd be perfect. So this is it's a program that is a subscription program. We'll talk about that in just a moment. And let's just check it out because it's got every single assignment that we're going to have in band all through the first year, all through the second year, all through the third year. And this is just pretty neat technology. So I'm going to play and you'll see what happens on the screen. Whoops, sorry, I'm not a flute player. I had the wrong instrument, pardon me. This is a great program when it works. And that's way too slow for the room. There we go. And I'm not a trumpet player, seriously. Yeah! So you can see, here's immediate feedback back. The green notes are the ones that I played correctly. Then the red notes are the ones that I didn't play correctly. And then if I look at this, I go, well, something's wrong here. It says I'm playing a G flat when it's supposed to be an F. I can click right here, and oh, I played the wrong valve. So I can find out right away what's going on. Oh, that was the wrong note there. It also will say whether I played the notes too soon or too late. So that last note there was kind of late. You can also play it back and listen. I don't know what that was. I'm so glad this is going on YouTube. It gives you an assessment score right here. It also, you could create an MP3 and send it to me. Let me show you something else that I think is really cool. It goes right into a gradebook function for me, and it just logged me out there. Hold on, please. It's great. I wonder why I did that. It goes right into a gradebook. So what we do have, is, and as a teacher, this is very exciting because we call this a formative assessment, where there's like little check marks along the way, and you can look at things. And when you look at this gradebook, it's pretty amazing. These are all the assignments that are given, and we'll put this one up here from Skylar. I'm sure she won't mind. Thank you, Skylar. So Skylar had this assignment that she emailed to me, and it's from our concert. So that was a great submission. So I could write on here, Skylar, great job, wonderful tone. Be sure to hold your dotted half note, full value. Great rhythm. I spelled rhythm right. So what happens is that goes right back to Skylar's program. She can click on it and say, oh, I got a note from Mr. Pompey. So you see there's lots of assignments going on in the band. And there are concert songs on here and scales on here and all kinds of fun things. There's Batman theme, Superman theme. There are literally 10,000 little exercises, new music being added all the time. It's very, very interactive and not just for just what's going on for band. There's everything in there. You can upload your own picture there. That's me. That's my horse Spark. So Smart Music's very cool that way. Mr. Wojtek, you want to talk a little bit about how we get smart music